Good afternoon, I'm Ian Bowness, Cumbria NFU County Chairman. I want to talk about crime prevention. We've got to the time of year as the night's drawing and we see a large increase in farm theft, not just machinery, livestock, diesel, basically anything they're going to get their hands on. So I'm not going to tell you how to suck eggs or anything like that, but I want to tell you what we've done. We were targeted 3 times over the last 25 years. The first time they got away with power tools and we didn't really do a lot about it, to be honest. Second time they got the tools that we replaced, so then we put a fair effort in, and the third time just recently they went away with nothing. So the first thing that we did was quite simple. We started keeping the yard gate shut pretty much at all times of the day. Those random vehicles that you used to get pulling in, delivery drivers looking for next door, people wanting to come and chase rabbits. So by shutting the gate we kept all them out. The second thing that we did was to put night lights up, floodlight. They do not like, people that come in the night do not like a lot of light. They don't like to be seen. So we've got lights on day-night sensors, lights all the yard up, lights up around the buildings. Quite important for farm safety as well as anti-theft. Quite good to be able to see people if they're paddling around, especially this time of year. So that's worked really well. The third thing that we did was that we got, at the time we had a dog that used to bark and bite. The biting bit isn't very good, that didn't go down very well. But now we have 2 dogs that bark, and you can fairly tell in the middle of the night as to whether there's somebody about or not. Probably the best detection system you are going to be able to get your hands on. So that's worked really well, and certainly lets you know if there's anybody about, and they know that you know if they're about. We also set to work on the workshop door and made it more secure. So we put a shielded lockbox onto it. Any good smithy, well, even ordinary farm fabricators, they don't take a lot of making, and a great way of securing the padlock so nobody can cut through it. We also made sure that the building's got a double skin roof and it's concrete block construction, so they can't just walk into it, screw the sheets off and walk in. So we also then make sure that it's locked at all times. We've got quad bike, diesel, all the usual stuff in there, all locked in one place. It's in a building that can be seen out of the house, so that's quite useful. We've only got 2 keys for the padlock. One stays in my pocket, one stays in Father's pocket. They're not left somewhere just for ease of access. There's nothing of that, so it's kept locked at all times. Above the workshop door we've also then fitted floodlighting on sensors. We've also got an alarm fitted onto it, and we've also got cameras above the door. So these work well. It's an added deterrent, and as I say, they do not like being seen. The last time round they were hiding around corners, hiding around everything. They didn't want to come out of the shadows. So that's worked fairly well, but of course completely pointless unless you do actually put things away and you actually lock the door. You can't complain to the police after the quad bike's gone because you'd actually left it round the back with the keys in. Right, all these things are only any good if you do have to be. I've seen me go out at 10, 11 o'clock at night just to make sure that the door is shut. So that's worked quite well. After that, we've then taken put a little bit of thought in when we've changed machines, bought different machines, gone for ones that actually have a bit more security about them. So JCB telehandler are the only ones that have a secure key, in that this is the only key that will start the machine. They've also got like a live link tracker on them, and they've also got a data tag Caesar marking on it. So secure keys are starting to get a little bit more common. Some of the John Deeres have started to go onto them. Certainly makes a difference, but same thing again, you need to take the keys out of the kit at the end of the day. We have a digger that now has a Patchum type immobiliser, like a keypad immobiliser fitted onto it. You can get them fitted onto gators, all sorts of other machines. Quite often diggers, you end up leaving them parked in the field overnight if you're draining. So I'm a lot happier that is a lot more secure than certainly than the old one that we had. Quad bikes, about the most secure quad bike on the market now is the Can-Am. It's the only one that actually has a secure key and immobiliser type system on it. They work really well. They can also be fitted with a tracker. The new tracker systems have come on leaps and bounds from the early ones that came out. The new ones can tell if the machine's been moved without the engine being started. They will send you, they'll call you if the machine goes out of its designated area, if the machine has moved out of its designated hours. So they've come on an awful lot. Not expensive either. You're talking £200 or £300 fitted for the modern tracker systems, and again gives you peace of mind. Should also be eligible for discount off your insurance premium, and certainly some insurance companies are starting to ask for the likes of trackers or data tag, etc., to be fitted to machines. So certainly not expensive, and there are deals out there for having them fitted. After the trackers, you then can move on to fairly simple things such as steering ram locks. Again, £200 for a steering ram lock. Very, very simple, very effective. Can stop older machines from being stolen, providing the lock is actually fitted to the machine. So there's quite a few things out there that can be done, quite a few fairly simple precautions to take, but at the end of the day, nothing is going to beat locking the machine up and pulling the key out. Locking the kit away, it's all about having that deterrent and making your farm harder and less of a target and less of an easy opportunity than somewhere else. At the end of the day, these are people that are out to take your kit. You've worked hard. Some of these machines cost a lot of money, and why give them the pleasure of driving out the yard with something that you've spent your money on? These are lazy people, and they don't necessarily want to put a lot of effort in, and if it's too hard, they'll just go on to easier pickings. So I hope that gives some pointers, and we've got a few words from Carl Patrick from Cumbria Police.
Hello, my name's Carl Patrick from Cumbria Police. Over the last year, with the support of Peter McCall, the Police and Crime Commissioner, we've increased the number of police officers that we're deploying to the rural parts of Cumbria, setting up rural policing stations and deploying numerous officers to them. We're doing a lot to engage with our local communities and address the issues that are affecting them. We know that one of the issues that are affecting the farming community is relating to rural thefts and thefts of agricultural machinery, particularly quad bikes and ATVs. Over the next month or so, we're working with the NFU and Cars Billington to help and support farmers improve crime prevention in and around their farms. There's a number of ways we can do this. Firstly is if you see someone acting suspiciously or a vehicle in a suspicious location in or around your farm, then please call Cumbria Police on 101. We will assess your call and send officers to investigate. If you think someone is trying to steal your property or some of your equipment, then please ring us up on 999 at the time. We'll immediately send officers to try and stop them doing that. This is really important. From a crime prevention perspective, we have police community support officers who have been specially trained to undertake crime prevention surveys of rural locations. So if you need to book one of these surveys, please contact Cumbria Police on 101 and we will book an appointment. They can come assess your farm and may be able to provide you with some free crime prevention equipment. For example, a property marking equipment that's been provided to us by the Police and Crime Commissioner. I think if we all take some reasonable steps, we can try and reduce the numbers of rural crimes that are taking place in Cumbria. Thank you.